Oh, there you are. I am so happy to see you, and I'm so glad that you got like a really cool chair. Tell me about your chair. This isn't a chair, it's a pile of books. Come on. But it is very comfortable. It's much better than sitting flat on the floor. I feel like I had a chair at some point. Then what happened to it? It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, sorry. I just constantly forget to bring you your chair, which is very rude of me. Kind of selfish. So I'm sorry, Squish. We're going to keep with the winter theme and share a book called A Thing Called Snow. One of the things I like so much about this book is it's an uncommon friendship, you will find. But I also like the personification in it, when you give an animal a human characteristic. But that's like half of children's books, or probably more like 90% of children's books. But I think they do a nice job in this one. So let's dive right in. A Thing Called Snow. Fox and Hare were born in the spring, grew up in the summer, and were best of friends by autumn. Fox liked to jump, leap, and bounce, and was very good at sniffing faraway things. Hare liked to bounce, leap, and jump, and was very good at hearing faraway things. Then one day, Fox's nose twitched. Hare's ears pricked up. Winter is on its way, said Bird. Soon you will be able to jump, leap, and bounce in this thing called snow. But what exactly was snow? Before they could find out, Bird had flown away. They decided to venture into the great forest to ask Bear. What is snow like, they said. Snow is white, like your fur, said Bear. So they thanked Bear and set off looking for something as white as their fur. At the forest's edge, they found Caribou, who was nibbling something white among the grasses. Excuse me, said Hare, is that snow? No, these are flowers, said Caribou. Snow is cold, like your noses. So they thanked Caribou and bounded across the meadow, looking for something as cold as their noses. Round a rocky bend, they found Salmon, leaping through an icy stream, flashing bright. Hello there, called Fox. Is that snow? No, this is spray, said Salmon. Snow is fluffy, like your tails. So they followed the stream, searching for something as fluffy as their tails. Hare heard a honk and looked up at the great sky. Is that snow? He called to Goose, who was flying overhead. No, these are clouds, said Goose. Snow is sparkly, like your eyes. Fox and Hare were now getting too tired and cold to search for this thing called snow, and it was starting to get dark. So they stopped by the edge of a lake. The inky water shimmered with something sparkly. Snow, whispered Fox. Stars, yawned Hare, which means it's our bedtime. But they were too far away to get home before dark. Let's stay here tonight, said Fox. We'll find our way back in the morning. And she wrapped her thick tail around them both. Curled up for warmth, Fox and Hare soon fell asleep. They didn't see the white, cold, fluffy, sparkly flakes that started to fall softly from the sky. They didn't hear Bear and Caribou crunch through the snow looking for them. Hare and Fox woke up to a bright white morning like no other. Hello, snow. Hello, snow, hello, snow, they squealed. Hello, Bear, hello, Caribou, they yelped as they tumbled and rolled in the whitest, coldest, fluffiest, sparkliest snow. We're so glad we found you, said Bear. We were worried you were lost. Now let's find our way home, said Caribou. Follow us, said Hare and Fox, who remembered every step they had taken around the lake, along the stream, across the meadow, through the forest, looking for a thing called snow. It's pretty amazing to think that at some point, all of us didn't yet know what snow was. It's true for everything we learn, isn't it? I mean, we take for granted how much we understand and how much we've learned because there's so much more to learn. Right, Squish? Yeah, of course there's so much more to learn. That's why I'm constantly reading. They call me a bookworm because I'm always worming around in books and I'm always reading books, as many books as I can possibly find. I'm reading them, I'm eating them, I mean, I'm not really eating them, but I'm like consuming them, but I'm not actually eating books. Don't worry, folks. I'm not eating books. I'm totally good. I wouldn't eat a book. It would be all scratchy and unpleasant, and I think they bleach paper, and that would also probably be bad for me, so I don't think you're supposed to eat paper. But anyway, I really like this book, A Thing Called Snow. I think you can make a whole series of books like this. You can do A Thing Called Snow, A Thing Called a Nose, A Thing Called a Nostril, A Thing Called an Ear, A Thing Called an Eardrum. You're really focused on the idea of stories that would be related to your face, which would be really interesting. I would read those books. A Thing Called an Eardrum? Tell me more. Did you have an opportunity to ask some questions for this book? You know me, of course I did, buddy. And let's go with them. There are terrific answers again, as always. Here you go. Okay, why do you think it was so hard for them to find snow?
Because it wasn't winter yet, and it's not cold, and when it's not winter.
Okay, so they were looking at the wrong time?
Yes.
I thought it was because they thought that snow was shaped like an elephant. And so they're looking for giant flakes of snow. Are you sure I'm wrong?
I'm sure.
Okay, well, I've been wrong before. Okay, thank you. So you're saying that I just totally don't understand. What actually is snow? What is snow?
It's water that's frozen.
No way, you're telling me that frozen water is falling from the sky?
Yes.
I don't believe it. I thought that it was cotton candy made from a really large explosion at a cotton candy factory, and then the cotton candy went everywhere, and that's why I like eating snow so much. Are you telling me I'm wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, those are terrific answers. As per usual, you did a terrific job, Squish. And thanks to everyone who joined us, who shared this time with us, and hopefully you'll find some joy playing in A Thing Called Snow. Thanks. Squish, where did you go? Where are you? I'm over here by the camera. I decided that I'm going to be the new cameraman. I realize that's going to be difficult because how can I be doing the camera, like taking the pictures, but also be the host of the show? But I just feel like I want it done well, and so I got to do it myself. That's how you do stuff in life. You want it done well, you do it yourself. Squish, what are you doing with that camera? You got me all distracted. Well, anyway, I'm just going to answer. But I don't remember what the question was. Was it if I could be any made-up animal, what would I be? Or was it if I could be any actual animal? So I'm just going to answer both. If I could be any made-up animal, I'd be a floppopotamus. I believe this is a very flat, jiggly, pretty smelly, very hungry animal that eats primarily grass and onion rings. And if I could be any real animal, I would be the absolutely majestic muskox. Great question. I guess I have one more question for you. This question is a really tough one, but I want you to do a really, really challenging math problem. I want you to add 17,423,112 plus 6 sweet potatoes plus the sound of wind on a beach. Okay, go! Squish, are you still playing around with that camera? And now you're playing around with the camera and asking me very confusing questions. I don't think you can subtract potatoes from millions, and I don't think you can add the sound of wind at the beach to sweet potatoes. But if you could, the answer would be earlobe 11. Earlobe 11. Earlobe 11. Earlobe 11. Earlobe 11. Earlobe 11.